With the playoffs just around the corner, Arizona State must now prepare with a higher level of intensity for the games that lie ahead. The Sun Devils are embracing these challenges and are confident they can be successful in any environment they are placed in. Here at the Banner Rehab Plus facility in Phoenix, where the Veritas Prep football team trains during the off-season. The goal of the coaches and training staff during this time is to gather the student athletes who will make up next year's team and show them the proper form and technique needed to play football at a high level in a safe manner. The hope is that this helps reduce the risk of certain injuries, such as concussions. While these injuries are unavoidable, the training done here now at least gives a chance for the number of injuries to go down during the season. The Suns are coming off a crucial victory last night, defeating the Denver Nuggets 104-97. Every win counts now more than ever, as the Suns hope to avoid the NBA's play-in tournament. But in the meantime, let's enjoy the positive things about the Suns, like the return of former All-Star point guard Isaiah Thomas. Thomas makes his return to the desert for the first time since 2014. I'm excited to see IT back in the purple and orange, and that's why I have my new IT jersey right here. So let's take a breather, just forget about how the Suns will win it all, and just focus on seeing IT get some buckets for the Phoenix Suns. From Cronkite News, this is Patrick Holleron. In physical contact sports like football, the risk of athletes suffering concussions are increased. Veritas Preparatory Academy and its athletic training staff strive to maintain the health of its student athletes to help ease the concerns of worried parents.
Whenever we are in danger of having a traumatic brain injury, which is what a concussion is, it's usually from some type of external force, whether it's helmets colliding. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be an impact. Sometimes you can turn your head too fast, and that turning will cause what they call a concussion, where one side of the brain hits on the other side of the skull, and that's where the bruising comes from.
I'm here at the Banner Rehab Plus facility in Phoenix, where the Veritas Prep football team trains during the off-season. The goal of the coaches and training staff during this time is to gather the student athletes who will make up next year's team and show them the proper form and technique needed to play football at a high level in a safe manner. The hope is that this helps reduce the risk of certain injuries, such as concussions. While these injuries are unavoidable, the training done here now at least gives a chance for the number of injuries to go down during the season.
I think when it comes to concussions, I think it's threefold. Number one, equipment's paramount. Nowadays you have to have really good equipment to make sure that the kids are protected before they even go in to any type of contact scenarios. Second piece, I would say technique. I think nowadays we're trying to get our heads out of collisions. So whether that's blocking or tackling, we've got to teach the proper technique to make sure that their head's not making that first initial contact or their first initial piece. So technique is paramount. There was a day when I grew up where we always used our head. No matter how that looked, we used our head. But nowadays we have to tackle more with our shoulders, tackle more with our arms, and get our heads out of contact. Third thing would be volume. I think you can't have too much contact too often. I think it's important that when you do make your tackling or your blocking times, especially full speed, we want to make sure that that's not happening every day, all the time, because kids, as they get tired, their technique starts to fall, and that's when you can start to get head injuries.
Reporting for Cronkite Sports, I'm Patrick Holleron. After finishing with a 14-11 record a year prior, the Sun Devils are thriving as they finish the 2023-24 regular season at 22-7. Much of the team's quick turnaround comes from newcomers making an immediate impact.
We knew a lot of freshmen were going to be coming in, and so a lot of this preseason planning on what our schedule is going to look like is to make sure we have opportunities not just to play a lot, since we have so many new people coming in and get them to mesh, but play a range of games where we can play the bench and play the freshmen a lot more to help gain some valuable experience.
The team had 7 freshman players, which is a lot. And despite that, the team had one of the more successful seasons in a while. So they had 11 home wins. They doubled their win total from last year. And this year was their second most wins in a season ever. So, with the home success and the win total, it was really a kind of a banner year for the program.
For freshman attacker Kat Featherstone, this isn't just her first year at Arizona State. It's also her first year living in a new country and away from her family.
It's definitely been a bit of a challenge at first, coming from a new country, but I think having a group that's so incredibly diverse, and our entire coaching staff is also international, and nobody on the team is from Arizona, so it really creates a good sense of community when we're here, and we all get to come together with our shared and different experiences to help establish a culture here, which has made it really easy to transition to the college life from high school and just back home in Canada, and just being able to come here and be surrounded by so much support. It was really easy to make that transition.
With the playoffs just around the corner, Arizona State must now prepare with a higher level of intensity for the games that lie ahead. The Sun Devils are embracing these challenges and are confident they can be successful in any environment they are placed in.
I'm really excited. I love high pressure games. I love the feeling of really intense competition. I think it'll be really exciting for all of us because we've played these teams before, so we're going into it with a bit of an idea, but it'll be really nice to see how our final 2 weeks are able to prepare us and get us ready to get it going next Friday. But I'm really excited. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
We had a really big team meeting to hammer down on some details, and the attitude and energy has been really high going into this week, and we're really excited. We're going into the tournament hoping to make some upsets and make a statement.
Sun Devils' goal of capturing the school's first championship starts now. From Cronkite News, I'm Patrick Holleron.